This is Hadrian's bath. What's left of it. Should be good. Oh, they got the mosaics covered up. Guarantee there's mosaic below that rock. Hadrian. You can see some tile. This would have been water. It looks like an underground tunnel. And then, ooh, careful. There's a ditch over here. It's probably an old digging. They're trying to figure out the edges of the foundations. The backside of Hadrian. Usually I always see the front of the statues. Some nice big mosaic. I don't know if this would have been filled with water. Just a prep area. But the mosaic tile is quite large. Much bigger tile. Probably would have been flowing water here. There's some more of the blue-white marble. This had to be absolutely beautiful through here. Statues probably would have been up. The walls would have been much higher. Looking at these archways, there would have been statues probably standing in here. Fairly sizable statues. Thinking water. There's that blue and white stripe. It's probably throughout the city. It's their style. And this would have been coated with marble. We can see the attempt at that. Oh, so it's gone now. Rather unique area. I'm thinking there's water coming up. Those breaks between the tiles, there's probably piping coming up, pushing the water up. I don't know if there's thermals in the area, if there's underground heat, but it looks like the floor caved in. Yeah, you know what? They might have had fires underneath, and we're standing at the old floor level. Yeah, that's my guess. And it was supported up. Let's see how thick this marble is. So this stuff was not light. And then maybe they had fires to heat the water. The floor. I see more across the way. I doubt we're going to be allowed to get back in there. But you can see it's caved in pretty good. And there would have been just beautiful art all throughout here. So here we see the layout of the bath. The tepidarium, caldarium, tepidarium, so cold, hot, cold. Prefernium, I'm not quite sure what that means. Maybe they dried you off in the plaistra. Really cool stuff. You can see, my theory was right, see? They would have had maybe fires underneath. And the water, this is the floor level. Oh gosh, I would love to crawl through here. And then the flooring is collapsing in. So we can see how they had it underneath. That would have been a heck of a dirty job trying to keep the fires going. This would have been a pool of some sort. You can see writing. Wow, big bath. And you can't even access most of it. And I think if people walked on that old flooring, it would not be flooring for long. It would just be garbage. I can see marble flooring under here. This, I'm starting to get a feel for the past, what this might have looked like with the marble. And I think water flowed through here. And there would have been a gigantic fountain or pond. We'll find out what that is when we get to the sign. But you can see, again, we're up easily. We're up 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet. Some waterways, or that's where the workers went in to light the fires, to heat it. More of the marble floor. This unbelievable amount of work to even get this much out. Whoa, interesting structure. Huh. Go find out what that is. Apparently, they're calling this an urban pool, or the urban park. Look at this. This means they took care of their people. So all the regular people could have come in here and swam around, played. And look at the columns again. There's so many columns. I've never seen this number of columns anywhere. This is an absolutely must-do site. And this is a UNESCO site, by the way. This should be on one of your top lists. After Hierapolis, Pumakali, definitely come here. Spend a good half day here, maybe more. Again, if you drive up here, the roads are really good. If you take a tour bus, you're going to be limited and rushed. And on top of it, I missed the marble floor down here with all the columns. I was just counting across. I think there's 30 columns on this side. And then down the long way, I can't even calculate. 100? 200? It's a lot. To give you an idea of size of what's excavated, because I believe there's a lot that's not. This is big, and this is truly, truly impressive. I'm so glad our friends invited us up to Hierapolis for the weekend. I'll try to count how many columns on that far side as I move around here. Even a guesstimate. The remnants here, this rivals anything we've seen. It's just so different than anything. Well, you're gonna have to read fast because I'm not gonna sit here and read all this. Wow. Somebody did an incredible job at documenting this. Looks like an eagle caught a rabbit. Hope you're reading all this quickly. Wouldn't that be cool if we can actually go back in time and see if it looked like that? Wow. So the inscriptions that we just saw here are actually what are on the placards, which are probably in the museum. But there's not much left now. And I got a feeling beneath my feet in the mud, there is tiling. What I would recommend is take a photo of the map, or Google Maps, and then come into places like this, because it's a little disorienting which way the arrows go. But the Teatro, of course, more stairs. And this is, by the way, a very flat area. This is the first area we've actually had to climb anywhere. But this is huge. I mean, the public park area. Wow. All right, up we go.